everyone, today I'm gonna turn this shirt into this one.
Clap. Go!
So before I start my vlog, I would like to thank my 29 subscribers who support me all throughout. First things first is we need to gather everything that we need, especially this shirt. This might be look dull and old-fashioned, but we can still put a little magic and patience to make things work. The next thing that we need is a ruler, a scissors, safety pins, elastic thread that matches the shirt, garters, measuring tape, bobby pins, thread that matches the fabric, a handy iron, and of course my mom's old but gold Zenith sewing machine. I first remove all the buttons in the shirt, and I apologize for the noisy background of my neighbors. Next is to fold the fabric half lengthwise so that we can measure it easily. Please make sure to fold it nicely so that we can cut it symmetrically. This is my first time to do this shirring, but I guess it was beginner's luck. So it depends upon you if whatever you want your top to be how long, and mine turns out to be 12 inches. So please be careful handling your scissors, and now let's cut it out. I really had a hard time shooting this, but yeah. And then we're gonna put 1 centimeter allowance for the hem. And I started to put a mark for my shirring. And here we go. This is how my hem looked like after I sew it. And this how I did the shirring. Please also take note that shirring will be so frustrating when you're doing it for the first time. That's why please take note that when you're shirring, you should shear the fabric from the outside. Okay? And then I tied the end of the elastic thread so that it won't move. So this is me sewing in the middle of the midnight and trying to think if sewing is really meant for me. It took 2.5 days for me to finish this project, and I guess it's worth all the tiredness and sleepless night to finish this work. And while I am still sharing, I will mention to you guys that we also have our fashion boutique. We call it Terno Terno Fashion, and I will put the Facebook link page in the description box below. So this is my first attempt to be the top, but due to shearing, the fabric becomes small. So I've decided to get the excess fabric and measure another 12 inches and shear it again to combine in the tube top and connect it to become a bigger one. I also cut the neckline in the excess fabric and cut another 12 inches for my middle design. This design might be kinda confusing at first, but I promise you guys I'm gonna show you the result later. So after I cut the fabric, I sew it in the middle to form a 2-lane tunnel. Cut another 3 pieces 12 inches cloth to serve as a tie in my chosen design. Just fold it into half and then sew it. And after you sew it, just use a bobby pins to flip it. And again, sew every end of it to form one long tie. Place it inside the 2-lane tunnel to make like this. And again, I sew both ends and connect it to each ends of the tube top. And for the last part is the very famous puff sleeves. This is my favorite part because it's really easy to do. So I just cut the sleeves from the excess fabric and again create the hem and put the garter inside of it. Just measure the garter for your desired tightness. And as a result, puff sleeves, tada! Just sew the puff sleeves in the line in the armpit area. And finally,